Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Gorgias. And in this video I decided I wanted to finally get back into talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. Simply because I've only done one other video on the channel about it, and I've had a desire to do another video on it for a while, simply because it's one of my favourite franchises that I'm interested in the moment, and it's very fascinating and in depth. So I decided we'd take a look at it in this video, and specifically it took me a while to figure out what we'd do, since I'm mostly a news channel and there's been no news on any new Five Nights at Freddy's game. The sequel to Help Wanted comes out this year, but we've no information on it, and other than that there's Freddy in Space 3, which might be coming later in the year, but other than that we've no information in terms of games. So I decided I'd look at the game that's currently relevant, which is Five Nights at Freddy's AR Special Delivery. And specific because there is lore to this game, and this game is important, but it's also very confusing at first glance, and so I decided I'd want to talk through it and explain as much of it as I can. Because they keep updating this game. This game is going to get updated throughout the year, so the story is going to develop more, and that's probably why it's taken a while to get information on the new game, because Scott's probably so focused on trying to make the story connect well. But yeah, anyways, we're going to talk about the story of Special Delivery. Because for those that don't know, the story of the game actually comes through emails you get. You get emails from Fazbear Entertainment. Some of them are just basic gameplay mechanics. The odd time you get the occasional story email, and those are the ones that I'm going to be referring to in this video. But before we begin explaining the story, it's important to know where this game fits in the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Because currently the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline, at least to our general understanding, starts from Five Nights at Freddy's 4 being the first in the timeline, followed by Sister Location, then Five Nights at Freddy's 2, 1, 3, 6, Ultimate Custom Night, and in the story of Help Wanted it was mentioned that other games were made, so technically FNAF World and Freddy in Space 2 are canon. So based on my order, it would seem that Freddy in Space 2 would happen before FNAF World, because FNAF World has a darker undertone. So within the story of the universe, that game would come later because it's trying to bring awareness of the darker story to the public eye. So FNAF, Freddy in Space comes after Ultimate Custom Night, then FNAF World, and then Help Wanted. So where does Special Delivery fit in? From what we can immediately tell, it seems to happen right before Help Wanted. And based on a lot of the emails, which I'm going to be talking through in a while, it would seem to fit probably around, it's definitely before Help Wanted. When I say it's after FNAF World and FNAF Freddy in Space, those games, they're games that exist in lore, so technically it happens at the same time as those, so you can put into whatever order you want there, but it's between Ultimate Custom Night and Help Wanted. Now the evidence for this, what is the actual story? Because the interesting thing is the animatronics themselves in this game, and especially in the teaser for the sequel to Help Wanted, you know, the new game's going to be set in a shopping mall, and there's actual animatronics there. But how is there animatronics, considering they're all gone? No animatronics exist anymore after they're all obliterated at the end of FNAF 6. That is because in this game, Fazbear Entertainment, even though we all thought they were disbanded at the end of FNAF 6, they seem to be still around. Fazbear Entertainment, for some reason, has begun creating new animatronics, and to my understanding, these new animatronics are designed to be exactly like the old ones. And to me, this links back to FNAF 3. I feel like Fazbear Entertainment had a hand in the horror attraction, because we know they created the video games as cover-up stories for the real murders that happened. And it would make sense they did a horror attraction to cover up the murders, and now they're building real animatronics that can be rented out to people as a way of poking fun and entertainment out of the real mysteries and murders that actually happened there. So that's what I think at it. They've created these new animatronics designed to be exactly like the originals. But the important thing is that these are new. These animatronics are not haunted. There's no children inside them, as of yet anyway. Because no children have been murdered in its timeline yet, that we know of. And William Afton is dead. So yeah, that's something that I'll bring up as well. So we know, okay, Fazbear Entertainment have built new animatronics and they're renting them, you're using them as a rental service out to people for entertainment, probably as a cover-up for what they're doing. Now, the real specifics of what's going on here happen in the emails you get told. These emails are between various employees of Fazbear Entertainment and another company that's helping them with the robots. We don't get told what that company is yet. But there are some important names. The names Anna and Nora and Louis and Ness come up quite a few times. I'll bring up Ness in a minute. I'll focus on some of the other characters first. They're building these animatronics under commission, and they mention that the animatronics are going out of control. They're going haywire. For some reason, they're not working like they should be. Why is that? Because, as the emails show us, they're scanning circuit boards to program these animatronics. Not just any circuit boards, by the way. Old circuit boards from the old restaurants. Why is this important? Well, anyone that knows Help Wanted would be familiar with circuit boards. Because as it mentions in these emails as well, the circuit boards originally contained a glitch in the system. But as the circuit boards uploaded into the animatronics, it turned out to be a virus. And the plot of Help Wanted was that when creating the virtual reality experience, Fazbear Entertainment, or I think it was Silver Parasol, received a circuit board from Fazbear Entertainment. They scanned it and used the data to create the game. The virus that was released into the game was Glitchtrap, the character Glitchtrap, who is the consciousness of William Afton. Because in my speculation was that this particular circuit board came from Springtrap's suit and contained remnant, because we know he lost his arm in the FNAF 3 fire, and we know items were salvaged from the fire. So it makes sense to me they salvaged his arm, or they salvaged remains of his arm, probably his circuit board. And there was remnant inside it, and so he still consciously exists in the video game world. So Afton is now reincarnated as Glitchtrap in the virtual reality game, but now in the animatronics as well. To my understanding, he's uploaded into the system and he seems to take control of all of their technology. So he's not just in one animatronic, he's in all of them at the moment. I think there's 8 animatronics at the moment. They've built Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica, Baby Springtrap, Balloon Boy, who else? Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy. So about 10 or 11 characters at the moment. So Glitchtrap is now infected 11 animatronics and is now existing in all these characters at the same time. And this is a huge problem for Fazbear Entertainment, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know the nature of this virus. But one person in particular does. That's why I said I'd come back to Ness. Ness is a character that constantly comes up, and Louis, as we find out through the emails, has romantic feelings for her. Now, who is Ness? This answer is shockingly sinister. Ness, you could say, is a shortened version of Vanessa, the name Vanessa, right? What character in the FNAF universe fits the name Vanessa? It was speculated, and by putting together pieces of evidence, that Vanessa is the real name of Vanny. Now, who is Vanny again, for anyone that has forgotten or doesn't know? Vanny was this creepy bitch from FNAF Help Wanted's DLC, The Curse of Dreadbear, it was revealed in the shocking plot twist ending that Vanny was the character you were playing as. You were responsible for uploading Glitchtrap into the virtual reality game, and you were trying to help him escape into the real world. And so you trapped him in a plush form so that he couldn't be deleted from the game. And so he exists still in the game, impossible to delete. And when you put on the mask, Vanny reveals she created the mask as a way of showing her loyalty to Glitchtrap, or Afton, whatever you want to call him now. And of course in the job listing she's referred to as reluctant follower. And a lot of her voice lines, she seems hesitant or scared, but she also seems psychopathic and very much determined to do Afton's bidding. Vanny is now part of the cult of Glitchtrap, and we know Glitchtrap tried to escape into the real world by possessing numerous people in Help Wanted. He tried possessing Jeremy, which led to Jeremy slicing his own face off in an attempt to escape. We know he successfully maybe possessed Tape Girl, and something happened, and he may have escaped through her body, and her consciousness ended up in the game, because we can hear some of his voice lines of her tapes in a different tone. So he's potentially already escaped into the real world in one human body already. He hasn't escaped through Vanessa yet, or Vanny as I'm going to actually refer to her as. So Glitchtrap has escaped through one person, and as we see in Special Delivery, he's possessed the robots as well. And Vanny is part of a cult dedicated to bringing him back, at least probably into the real world. Now, what's the idea with the whole bunny mask thing? Because, well, Afton is synonymous with bunnies throughout the series. You know, he wears a Spring Bonnie costume, he dies and becomes Spring Trap, who's just a version of Bonnie. And so bunnies in this universe symbolize like death and immortality and secrets to, I guess, everlasting life, if you want to put it like that. So that's what the whole mask is about. It's about her trying to make herself in his image. We also see through the emails, Louis emails her, and we see a lot of disturbing stuff. We know Ness is definitely Vanny, because we see a lot of disturbing stuff in these emails. He mentions how she was looking up on their computers. They have red flag monitorings and security systems to detect any weird searches. She goes searching for Viking blood eagles, which is a torture method which involved ripping people's back open and hanging them up while pulling their ribs and their lungs out. Pretty graphic. It doesn't stop there though. He tries to ask her out on a date. He finds her staring very closely at her computer screen, almost as if she's lost in another world. And we also see he mentioned she dyed her hair, which is important, but I don't fully understand the connection there. She dyed her hair rainbow color. So she's fixed in a screen, and she has apparently searched help and how to induce compliance in human subjects and things like this. I have the things here, I don't know the actual specifics of it. But she also looks or creates 3 human male-like rubber masks. I don't fully understand this yet, but it may link to Jeremy, because we know when Tape Girl mentions about Jeremy being found dead, they mention a Halloween mask, which we presume is his actual face that he sliced off. But if it's an actual face or an actual mask, it would imply that Vanny is going to kill 3 male test subjects and is going to use the mask on them, probably similar to her own mask, just to symbolize them being trapped or something. It's a safe guess Louis is one of the characters she's going to kill. He's an idiot, like he's romantically obsessed with her, but he can't see that this is a dangerous person to be around. But I think in this game, it's set before VR, so we don't know if she's come into contact with Glitchtrap yet or how she does. But she comes into contact with him through her computer anyway, which is why I mentioned about the circuit board being scanned into the system. She comes in contact to him probably because she's weak-minded and probably already unstable somehow. And so he starts speaking to her, as we've seen on Scott Games' website. And as a reluctant follower, what I can't really figure out is if she's doing this out of free will or if she's been coerced into doing it by Glitchtrap. But either way, she's come into contact with him, he's influencing her, and she's doing his bidding, so to speak. Maybe she's tampering with the animatronics, or maybe he was communicating with her to help him get into the game, or he was already in the game and she was to help him get into the plush. Either way, she was part of the plan, and we're playing as her in VR as the beta tester. But what that also led me to is their plan. As we saw in the original teaser for the sequel to Help Wanted that's coming out this year, after the DLC for Help Wanted came out, that same teaser was uploaded, but with a shadow on the ceiling. This teaser, as you know, is just a mall. There's the animatronics on stage, and there's loads of people in the audience, probably kids there as well. On the window, zoomed in, is a shadow, and in the text is Shadow of Vanny, which is how we know her name in the first place. So it seems like she's going to go out and kill people, probably kids, in an attempt to gain immortality or to be like him. And we know, just based on her dialogue with Glitchtrap at the end of Help Wanted, that she is going to go out. It will be fun, she says. There's no miscommunication. She's been given very specific instructions and she's to carry them out exactly as he tells her to. So she's probably going to go target kids, or she's at the very least going to target 3 grown men. One of them's already dead, so there's 2 people left she's going to kill. But that's in the future, as it currently stands with Special Delivery. To recap, Fazbear Entertainment are covering up everything that's happened in the past. They've rebranded, they've built new animatronics in the image of the originals. They're putting them off for rental services out to people's birthday parties and stuff. They receive the circuit board containing Afton's remnant, which will contain Glitchtrap. He gets uploaded into the system, takes over all the animatronics. They're all going haywire now, and we can presume people are getting killed. Vanny is working for Fazbear Entertainment. She's coming under the influence of Glitchtrap, and eventually, as we see in Help Wanted, which takes place after, or alongside at least, she will then become part of his plan to escape from the video game into the real world. And so with the Cult of Glitchtrap idea, we could see William Afton being reborn in multiple human bodies. We could see him, we already know he's in multiple animatronics, and he's going to end up in multiple human bodies. So it seems like his plan now is to just take over the world by possessing every single one that comes into contact with him. Pretty scary concept, but yeah, that's where Five Nights at Freddy's is going. But that's really it. That's about as simple as it gets. The other characters, there's not really much to say about them as of yet. Nora, Anna, all these other characters, they seem to be basic employees just doing their jobs, and then stuff starts happening. They're noticing glitches, the animatronics are malfunctioning. Vanny's acting strange. She's searching weird things on their internet that she shouldn't be. And Louis, who's concerned, doesn't seem to be doing anything though. He just seems to want to get involved with her, and we all know how that's going to end for him. But we'll see. Maybe he shows up in a later game. Maybe in this new version of the timeline he's going to become the new Henry type character. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's really all it is for the time for this game. Now to think about it, I was going to mention Shadow Bonnie and how that fits into. What about the whole remnant thing? Because collecting remnant is a part of this game. And to be honest, I don't fully have an idea for that, a theory for that, because I use the game's mechanics to theorize what Shadow Bonnie actually is in relation to the old games, but how and if he actually exists within the story of this game, I'm not fully sure. Because the gameplay itself obviously isn't canon, so I guess technically you could say Shadow Bonnie and the whole Remnant collection isn't there in terms of the story. Unless they're trying to use Shadow Bonnie as a representative of Glitch Trap or something, but no. I'll discount Shadow Bonnie because at the moment he doesn't seem to have a bearing on this specific plot. He seems to relate more to the old games. But anyways, yeah, that's really it. Let me know down in the comment section below. Is there anything you don't understand? Do you need me to clarify anything? Do you agree with this sort of story overview that I gave? Where do you think the story is going next? Do you think Special Delivery takes place anywhere else in the timeline? What do you think Vanny is going to get up to next? Who's she going to kill? Did Jeremy kill himself, or is that actually a mask? And what's going to happen with Glitch Trap going forward? Let me know down in the comment section below. So yeah, I might do more FNAF videos like this in the future. I was thinking about doing a timeline video, but that'd be too long, so I'll have to think about it. But yeah, leave it with me. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and please subscribe, like and share if you enjoyed, and let me know what you thought. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe. Nova Scorpius out.